Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sterling Austin Show. Of course, I am your host, Sterling Austin. Today, I am with my friend, again, Garrett. How you doing, Garrett? Take your time, drink that drink.
I'm doing amazing, man. Yeah. Last time I had that bottle of water. This time, we have bartender.
What are you drinking?
I'm actually having a Mexican mule. It's a Moscow mule. Scratch the vodka and put tequila in there instead.
So what is that? So someone who doesn't know what a Moscow mule is, what is that?
Vodka, ginger beer, and a little bit of lime juice.
I got you. Okay.
But,
you got that. It's that stuff that I broke in your car. Is that what you're using?
Yeah. So there's a little bit of age difference as we spoke about, I think, in the first episode. I'm a little bit older. So I was driving around my grandma's car that I inherited that had drum brakes.
I have had used drum brakes. I just didn't know yours had drum brakes.
So this man
appreciate you
punched it, and then all my ginger beer broke.
Yeah, I hit the brakes a little too hard, and it broke all his in the trunk. Yeah, sorry about that.
We just had straight tequila that day.
In honor of you being here again, second episode with you.
We left me on a cliffhanger last time.
I did.
I wanted to know what was going to happen.
I'll get to the cliffhanger, but I don't know if I wore my Michael Scott. That's what she said hoodie.
I see that.
You had the Shroot. I got Michael. I think that's a pretty good. I am Michael and you're Shroot.
I can see myself assistant too. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely the goofy boss. I don't think I'm a hard ass when I'm at work, right? I mean, some people probably think I am, but I'm a nice guy.
Secretly a genius, actually, if you're actually really thinking
not
about
secretly,
it.
Not secretly. I do have.
No, he never outlandishly looks like he's doing.
I think it me personally.
No, it's a Michael Scott reference.
Once again, if you haven't watched The Office, I don't know what to tell you. It's the best show to ever happen. It's better than Friends.
Could they do it now? What do you think?
Absolutely not. I mean, they could.
A lot of editing.
This 20 years difference, and this world cannot handle the inappropriate jokes. Oh my gosh, I almost knocked something over. That back then. I mean. And has there ever been a TV series that's done a good reboot? No, it doesn't.
I actually don't watch reboots. Actually, now thinking about it, yeah.
Or did you watch the Friends reunion on HBO Max?
I still haven't. No.
You haven't watched it?
Mm-mm. Like I said, I mean,
it's something. It's just gonna make you sad. It basically it's them saying, "Wow, we did this 30 years ago, and now we're old."
And I'm pretty sure both of us did it. Watch all of them through quarantine as well. I think we got a big amount of the original Friends shows.
I think we watched them all. Me and you during the first stages of quarantine, which was a year and a half ago. No, we did all of Marvel, which we talked about the last episode. We watched The Office. We did Friends. We did all those shows.
Friends, yeah.
We did other stuff too.
We were trying to do it. I remember we were going to do all of Disney, but that's when we both started working again.
Yes. Well, no, I did. Well, I was doing coffee mugs and tattoos.
Which was you just started that up, and I was actually a general manager at errands.
You were doing errands. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you saw, because usually you have really nice socks. I had my Haiti socks. Last time, today you've got some beautiful donuts.
Yeah, so we were watching a podcast about sweets, and I've been craving them ever since.
I love a good donut.
I have a huge sweet tooth, so I'll probably get some donuts after this.
I'm rocking. If you're watching, you can see I got my Forky socks on. Let me try to show you. I got my Forky socks. I love Toy Story 4. I love all of Toy Story. Funny enough, Coffee Mugs and Tattoos, which is my Etsy. A little self-promotion real quick. I have a wine glass that says I'm trashed, and it has Forky. If you've never seen Toy Story 4, you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you have, and you'd like that, go to my Etsy, get you a wine glass or a whiskey glass. It says I'm trashed. It's pretty funny.
Do you remember back at Starbucks when you used to catch me on my phone?
Oh, my. And you were crying. I walk in, this man's crying, and he's upset about the frickin' bear. He's bawling. This bear is so mean to everybody.
Horrible.
I was like, first off, we're in the middle of work. It's just a movie.
Threw me off, man.
You're not wrong. That was a little jerk off bear. Yeah. You weren't wrong. Yeah, I did remember that. That was pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
They're all holding hands there at the freaking trash receptacles. They're trying to get burned alive, and they all just gave up, ready to die.
I think they're making a fifth one. I think they're making a fifth Toy Story.
Who are they going to follow?
Sheesh, if I know. Oh, the girl. No, they're going to follow the little girl, I think. Whatever, okay, Bonnie.
Woody's gone, so.
Yeah, Bonnie, whatever her name is.
Tim Allen, then.
I was going to talk about my first podcast I have ever done was with Texas James.
I actually haven't watched it yet because you did.
Yeah, I think this is 3 or 4.
Okay.
I was talking about the Logan Paul Mayweather fight.
Yes.
And we were talking about that before.
Okay.
And it just happened. It already happened. Do you know the outcome?
I don't watch it because I hate Mayweather.
You hate Mayweather.
Yeah. I mean, the guy is talented, but to me, boxing, for him, he just runs around. I mean, he's genius in what he does. It's
the
just
sport.
boring.
He knows the sport. Yeah. It's not entertaining what he does, but the sport. So you were rooting Paul, brother?
I grew up with freaking Tyson. Like, I got to watch that. So I got to watch real pound,
Muhammad Ali.
I got to watch highlights. I'm not that old.
I mean, I know he just died, but he was fighting when Tyson was fighting. I thought, didn't they fight against each other? No. That's the guy that made the grill. Who made the grill? George
Foreman. But George Foreman George Foreman did fight both, I believe.
That's what I'm saying. So Muhammad Ali, Tyson, George Foreman, those are all the same time, right?
No.
They were different times?
Muhammad Ali was before my time.
Well, I'm not crazy. He passed away,
Muhammad Ali was fighting during Vietnam.
No, he didn't. Oh, because he didn't go.
He didn't want to go to Vietnam.
He didn't go.
His Cassius Clay, I think, before them.
Yes, he did the whole religion, I don't want to fight, right? Exactly. Something like that. Yeah, which is ironic because he's a fighter.
which is brilliant because we weren't doing anything good in Vietnam.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of people were dodging that thing. You weren't alive during Vietnam, did you? No, you weren't.
I never said I was.
So, you didn't watch him.
Yeah, because I wasn't alive.
Got you. Okay. I was like,
wasn't even a thought in my parents' eyes yet.
Well, they fought. I refused to pay for it. Kudos on both of them, right? I mean, if you believe...
Purely money promotion.
That's all it was. If you think these guys were fighting for the sport of it, you're wrong. It was 1,000% for the money.
I heard the loser got like $50 million. Is that true?
Okay, so from what I remember, Mayweather was getting a ton. I think right off the bat, Mayweather's getting $25 million plus like a percentage. Mm-hmm. I think Paul was getting like $1 million plus a percentage. But they did one of the biggest, the biggest pay-per-views ever. So they probably got $50 million at least. Which, I mean, hey, you know what? Good for them. You know what? They hustled. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do what you gotta
do. I don't want to say you were suckered into buying it, but if you bought that, I mean, that was not and they tied. Yeah. Spoiler alert, they tied.
Yeah.
There was no judge.
I didn't watch any of them.
No knockouts.
Weren't even that good either.
So I saw some highlights. I'm glad I didn't pay $50 for it. I did pay for the Mayweather-McGregor fight, and that was $50.
I did watch the highlights of that one.
That was totally worth watching. I went to the theater, and I went and watched it.
Okay.
And that was fun. Because it was just a crossover. McGregor's probably one of the best entertainers to ever entertain, especially currently. And so that was fun. If anyone else watched that was a lot of fun. I think do you know who the Mountain is from Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones, I do know the Mountain.
Yeah.
I actually follow him on Instagram. He's boxer.
Thor.
He's actually a boxer now.
His name's Thor now.
Yeah.
Well, he's fighting somebody, right?
Yeah, he actually just had a fight. I think he's training again though. But
he already fought?
Yeah, I think
did he win?
I didn't actually see the highlights, but
that's a big dude.
I just follow him for fitness to get me all pumped up, man.
Well, he's like 7 feet tall, right? He's like the only guy in the world taller than you.
Yeah, he's actually, I believe, 6'9", 4. Actually, he's super cut.
I know he's 400.
I know. I mean, if he did like a deadlift 1,000 pounds, I wouldn't want to mess with. I saw Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee?
Oh, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee's tiny.
He would take him though.
You think if the Mountain and Bruce Lee fought, you think the Mountain would win?
No.
You think Bruce Lee would win?
100%.
You think Bruce Lee would win?
Regardless of how big he is.
Bruce Lee's like 5'5". Well, was he?
Yeah,
exactly. I believe he died. Well, I know he died because I was
use the fight you just talking about as it. Jake Paul is 6'2".
Yeah.
What's his name is 5'8". Experience. He literally burned him out. Stamina will win all day.
Okay, but 7 foot 400 versus 5'8", 100.
If this is to the death, I'm 100%
to the death.
Any fight
to the
Bruce
death.
Lee's gonna take him.
No, if 100%. The Mountain falls on Bruce Lee, then he's gonna die. The Mountain is huge.
He's 5'5". He's quick. How would he not move out of the way?
All he has to do is grab him.
He's not gonna grab him. He's too fast.
I think you're wrong.
I've watched him box. He's very slow.
I think you're wrong.
You saw perfectly fine.
Well, he's slow because he's huge. The Mountain would win. If I had $1 million, I would bet $1 million on the Mountain. 1,000%.
And you would make someone $1 million richer on that.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did watch this TV show.
He wins his fight. Spoiler: the Mountain's powerful,
but he still loses in the very end.
Well, everyone loses at the very end.
It's 100%. Even
everybody,
the viewers lose.
Including the people watching Game of Thrones, loses at the. If you haven't seen it, this is on you. Okay, I mean, we're 5 years now. No, 4 years.
I came in when season 7 started, so. But
man, that what a terrible ending.
I was so
terrible
sad how
ending.
that was.
Probably the worst ending I think of any TV series ever.
Well, Lost was also pretty bad, but that's I think just
but Lost wasn't as hyped as Game of Thrones. Like either.
It was when it was being televised. Actually, in the beginning, it was super big.
Do you remember we were all talking about the battle? And then you couldn't see half of the battle. Do you remember that? It was just straight black. You had no idea what was going on.
Oh, yeah, when they killed off the Dothraki like that.
Yeah. That was so... Spoiler, but that's your fault if you haven't... I guess we won't say what happens at the end, but...
It's a spoiler just by going on and listening to people talk about stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 4 years now. So, you are still wrong. I'm not letting that go. The Mountain would win. Oh, first of all, Mountain, if you're watching, which, of course, we know the Mountain's watching, because why wouldn't he be? I would like to hear what you think that Bruce Lee has passed away. So I was going to go to his gravesite.
So Thor won because he's dead.
There you go. There you go. So Thor, his name's, it's like Thor Gunderson, something like that.
Yeah.
He's Norwegian.
Something like that. Or he lives out in Greenland, I believe. He's got his own power gym over there. I watch him and Juji Mufu work out a lot. It's a huge inspiration for what I use for our workouts and stuff like that. So
I guess I'll talk about that cliffhanger that I don't know if it's that big of a cliffhanger.
You left me hanging for a couple of days. I was kind of hoping to hear what the hell happened because I asked you when we weren't on the show.
I went to my parents' house.
Okay.
I still go to the family dentist.
This is Manteca, right?
Yeah, out in the Central Valley, Modesto, Stockton, if you ever heard of that. I think most people heard of Stockton. Well, first off, a little fun fact about where I'm from. If you've ever watched the show Sons of Anarchy, which I think you liked, Sons of Anarchy.
No, yeah.
If you've ever watched Sons of Anarchy, it's based about my hometown.
Lodi, I believe, right?
What?
It's Lodi?
Well, they go to Lodi, Tracy, Manteca, Modesto, Stockton.
Charming's
so
what they called it.
Yeah, Charming's a fake city. Charming's not real. But if you all the times are in prison, so like when Marilyn Manson, when you see him in the show, that's Stockton. They're in Stockton prison. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's based off my show. Also a fun story. I ride a motorcycle, which most of you guys would know. I ride a motorcycle. I got a motorcycle the second I turned 18. Well, not I graduated high school, and I turned 18 in high school, because my birthday's in March. So I got a tattoo though right when I turned 18. So I was one of those kids in high school with a tattoo. Thought I was the shit and everything. I mean, it's pretty cool to have a tattoo in high school. Most people don't. So so I got a motorcycle when I turned 18. In California, which is where we live. Shout out California, best state in all the states. I'm sorry if you're from Wyoming, but
that's our roads. That's all I want.
What is that?
Our roads are so bad.
Well, okay, but at least our roads go to the ocean, and Disneyland and LA and San Francisco and all this fun stuff.
Roads lead to the ocean.
No, if you live in Iowa,
well, the road's connected.
That's a long road before you get to the ocean.
Well, he's out there.
If you live in California and you're gonna get a motorcycle, if you're under 21, those might be all the 50 states. I don't know, but I only know about us. Mm-hmm. If you're under 21, you have to take a CHP safety course, which I was like, God, I have to go to the...
That's one with all the cones out there, right?
Yeah, I have to go to the police station right now. But no, basically every dealership offers the course. Mm-hmm. And so I went to the local Harley-Davidson, which was in Lathrop, also in Sons of Anarchy. I took it through them. It was really fun. I've actually ridden dirt bikes my whole life. I think you've ridden dirt bikes. So I knew how to ride already, but I actually still learned a lot. So if you are thinking of getting a motorcycle...
I actually am.
Take the course, because
I just gotta find one I can fit on.
Harleys would fit you. I have a crotch rocket.
I told you my dad was a biker. Harleys. Yeah. I've been sworn off. My dad swore me never no street bikes or anything like that. Harleys only.
You're tall, but you could fit on a Road King or a Road Glide or a Fat Boy. Yeah, don't get on a Dyna or a Street Bobber or nothing like that. But so I took the course there. It was a lot of fun. I passed it. Mm-hmm. It was basically, as long as you don't drop the bike, you're gonna pass type of thing.
That's pretty easy. Okay.
I didn't know this. I went to pick up my certification to get to the DMV to show them I went to the course, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know this because I hadn't watched Sons of Anarchy yet. Okay. But that Harley dealership is where the Sons of Anarchy, the TV show, got the motorcycles for the show. Okay. I didn't know that. Right? I mean, they're not advertising that. And so they had this huge event where the whole cast was there. Mm-hmm. Charlie Hunnam, Ron Perlman... all of them, all those guys, they were all there. I had no idea. Mm-hmm. I just walked right past all. I could have met all of them. I could have talked. I had no idea. I missed out on a huge opportunity. So that's one of my gerts in life, is that I didn't talk to them. But yeah, they were all there. There was so many people there.
You just had no idea. You thought
I had no idea.
Is a pop-in dealership.
That's what I figured. I mean, I figured it was the weekend. It was like a Saturday, so I figured, well, it's just busy or they're having a bike show.
You're so excited to get your own bike. That's what it was.
I was so excited. I'm finally getting a motorcycle. Like nobody in my family has a motorcycle.
Yeah, you had tunnel vision. That's all.
So yeah, that was the fun. I don't remember why I was talking about the motorcycle. To begin the show,
you're going to your cliffhanger, and then you.
Yeah.
You're in your neck of the woods.
There we go.
We're narrowing down.
I got so sad about I missed out. I forgot where I was. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, I went back home. I did a whole bunch of things. I actually might be buying a house, which is kind of exciting. So I might be getting a house, which is a very grown up decision to do. Yeah. And then I also went to the dentist, but I used my family's dentist. So then I went from like, wow, I'm an adult to, okay, mom, can you take me to the dentist type of thing, you know?
Which she did.
No, I went by myself. And then, funny, I have to take my mom to the dentist now.
Okay.
Because,
Role reversal.
Yeah, that's what happens. So, so I go to the dentist. I also went to a baseball game. Stockton. I went to a Stockton Ports game. They're like
double A.
The A's farm team.
Triple A.
I don't know if it's double, triple, single,
C-.
D. I have no idea, but that's what they're the farm. When the A's players get hurt, they go to play there. So I've seen Sean Doolittle, Kurt Suzuki, Josh Donaldson, which if you follow baseball, those are pretty big names. I've seen them. So I went to the dentist, and I used to wear braces, which I think most of America did. And the people I did the braces through, they really did a bad job. Not on my teeth. I feel like I have okay teeth. They did a terrible job removing the braces. So, like, I've always had like insecurities about some of my teeth and stuff because I'm like, it just doesn't look right. There's something wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. But every time I go to the dentist and they say, anything bothering you, I don't ever say anything because it's like...
Nobody does because nobody wants to be there.
Exactly. I mean, who wants to have them start poking around, you know? I also think...
They'll poke.
I think the dentist is also a scam, too. You know, they'll poke it. Did that hurt? Well, yeah. Well, it's a cavity. I'm like, well, no, you just poked me with the freaking metal thing. Of course it hurts.
That's my gums. That's not my tooth.
Yeah. Like, it looks like you're bleeding. I'm like, well, you just stabbed me in the mouth. Exactly. So, of course I'm bleeding, you know? I think it's a scam. They've poked it. Oh, that's a cavity. Well, it doesn't hurt. You know, it isn't supposed to hurt. Whoa. And so, I asked somebody to do my braces. Mm-hmm. He checks it out. He goes, wow, you still have concrete on your tooth from your braces, from the brackets or concrete. I think.
Yeah, because they actually cemented it.
I think he said concrete. I don't think it's like legit concrete, but that's what they call it. Yeah. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. That's been 5 years. I've had it on my tooth for 5 years. So, of course, now there's a problem with that area because it hasn't been brushed. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, well, there's a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a discoloration, but it's like the tiniest little problem. So he says, if you're brave enough, I can just fill it real quick without numbing you. I was like, I don't think my bravery has anything to do with that. Is it gonna hurt or not? He goes, it shouldn't. And I was
so he doesn't even know.
I was like, well,
this guy sounds like he just read the book on what to do.
I'm like, are we puffing up chests? Do I have to prove I was like, do it, do it. And so he says, if at any time it hurts, I'll numb you. And I said, dude, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I was terrified in that chair. I'm just like, oh, and he sees me sweating and everything. And it was literally just, he had the little drill, just, and that was it. I don't think he even needed to fill it, but he just barely touched my tooth.
Just ground it off.
Didn't hurt. Nothing happened. I wouldn't, if he hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known. But it was a good 3 to 5 minutes from when he said, do you think you're brave enough, to when he finished. And I was so scared. You know what I'm saying? Because I think most people who go to the dentist are kind of afraid of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This guy's drilling into my tooth without any pain meds whatsoever. Luckily, I did survive. Everything's fine. So I've had really good experience with the dentist. I feel like most people are scared, though. Most people have a crazy story, right?
I'm one of those.
You have a crazy story?
I'm one of those people.
Well, you're in the right place to tell that story.
I myself, I'm not one of those people that always goes because I take good care of my teeth. But I actually didn't get braces. So all my wisdom teeth came out, and when they did, years down the road, they actually pushed all my teeth forward, which actually got a lot of them cramped up. And I unfortunately had a couple of them crack. And I never knew because there was no pain or anything like that. But 2 of them got infected. So throughout the years, I got root canal one year before and then 1 year later done to get them fixed because unfortunately there's a lot of nerve damage. So I did root canals on my tooth.
How old were you?
This was when I lived in Santa Cruz, so it was 2014. I was 27, 28.
Okay. So you got Hawaii, Santa Cruz, living at all the beach destinations.
I love the ocean. Nice. All roads lead. So I moved to Hawaii, which is like 3 years down the road. I've already had these root canals done, and I started having chest pains.
Oh yeah, okay, keep going. So actually, this sounds familiar. Yeah, I think you told me this story.
I started having chest pains and stuff like that. So I'm like, I go to the doctor. He thought I had heartburn, so I started taking heartburn. Didn't fix my problem. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get my annual dentist checkup. So I went to a new dentist. So of course they had to take X-rays. And when they took X-rays, he's like, what? He's like, you need to go to a specialist right now. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you have 2 humongous infections in both of these teeth. He's like, oh, those are both. And I told him those are both my root canals. Like they did them incorrectly. They didn't drill far enough and dig it out far enough. So there's still some like root left in there or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what it is. But I had 2 giant bubbles, and he says at any time these can pop and go into your bloodstream and they'll kill you. So apparently they've been leaking or something like that. But long story short, I went to specialist. He salvaged one tooth and had to cut out the other. But that was the most pain. I had to get two like super surgeries in my mouth within like a week. And
so if you would have gotten punched in the mouth,
I would have died.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember it was.
Did your tooth hurt?
My it was more like it wasn't really like pain, but it was just something I didn't know. It was just so infected, and I'm just glad it never burst.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be here right now.
Here right now, but yeah, no. So I don't like the dentist. So from here on out, no more root canals. Just pull that puppy out.
Huh. Did you know if you I was at Starbucks. Well, I wasn't at a Starbucks. I was at Disneyland at the Starbucks. And we shared a table with a dentist. I didn't know he was a dentist. I didn't even talk to him, but I said, hey, there's only 2 of us. If you want to sit at this table, it's all good. You can sit here. He goes, okay. And then he was talking with his mom. And he was talking about how he had just done he just removed all the person's teeth to do the dentures. And he was telling his mom, and I didn't know this, but he says if you lose all your teeth, you're not going to taste food ever again because a lot of your I don't know, feelings, nerves or whatever are in your teeth. So he goes, yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but if you get dentures, a lot of your taste goes away. I didn't know that.
Maybe it'll help with get rid of my sweet tooth.
Well, because they always say whatever you smell in your tongue have a lot of taste. But yeah, if you lose a teeth.
I did not know that.
Crazy. Yeah. Learning stuff on this show. See that? Yeah, we got fun stories and you're learning. Don't let your teeth get infected.
And don't go to bad dentists.
Don't go to bad dentists. You heard that here. That's worth gold right there. Yeah. What are your favorite movies?
One I can watch any time of any day.
You want me to go first?
Leon the Professional.
Never even heard of it.
It is an amazing movie. Natalie Portman's probably like around 10. It's about probably one of the toughest assassins. It's actually got, oh my God, what's his name? The guy from Fifth Element. He's the bad guy.
Oh my God, Corbin? That guy? Oh my God.
Well, no, it's the guy with the weird haircut and the half glass. Oh God.
I loved Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker, yeah, he is in.
No, it was Chris Tucker.
Fifth Element's actually a great movie.
I know, it is great. That's Rush Hour, right?
Yeah, Chris Tucker's Rush Hour. Yep.
Oh my God, Corbin.
Yep.
If you've never seen The Fifth Element, you gotta watch it. All right, you want to hear mine? I'll bang him out. Boom, boom. I got him good. Okay, you ready? All right. My favorite movie is Moneyball. You ever seen Moneyball?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's a great movie. Napoleon Dynamite.
I mean that for what they did, that was a great movie.
Remember the Titans?
Well, any Denzel movie is a great movie.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm actually lost after those 3. Those are 3. Those are my 3. I could probably watch those every day if I had to.
Yeah. Leon the Professional.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember when we were cleaning Starbucks and you did the whole Napoleon Dynamite dance?
Oh yeah, I do
remember my gosh, that was so funny. You had to clean the floor and you did the whole
dance. I like that Ryan was on tempo with me.
You two did the whole thing. Yeah. Shout out Ryan. We know you're watching. Yeah.
That was the last time I danced.
Actually, he's probably is watching right now, so he's probably just
Yeah, we'll probably see him hopefully soon here too.
Yeah, Rhinoceros. Yeah. He may be a guest at some point. Funny guy.
Yeah.
He's the one who, in the last episode we talked about, almost killed Garrett with the alcohol. That was because of him.
Don't drink the moonshine.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, that was so funny. You guys.
We also had Everclear. I had a shot of Everclear that day. It was a rough day.
When I went to New Orleans, I went into a gay bar. It was on accident. I also just didn't care too, as I saw the drinks in the window, and it was funny because it was like called like Cock Willie's or Willie's Cock or something like that, because they were chickens. Right?
Okay.
Yes. So it was a chicken. Yes.
Rooster was their mascot.
Yes. And the drink
So would you say it was a pretty big rooster? Or?
Oh, it was a pretty stiff looking rooster. Yeah, okay. Their slogan is "We're the stiffest drinks." Very funny.
Makes sense.
It was those because I don't know if you guys know New Orleans. It's those drinks that are like 3 feet tall.
I've gotten them in Vegas, but
I've never been to Vegas. Haven't been to Vegas
yet.
Have
a big old rooster on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so but I got the Everclear one, and I think it was the 190. Yeah. The like. Pure alcohol,
and the ones I got you were the because California regulated.
I was gonna say I think California the highest. Yeah. What do we have? We have the
90. I think it's 90.
No, we have the 120, which is 60% alcohol. That's the limit. Is 60% alcohol?
Yeah, California limits a lot of stuff.
You know the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's 1,000 proof. You take 4 or 5 shots of 100 proof, you're gonna be drunk no matter what. So
depends on how much you want to party.
Yeah. That was so we've had that. We did have the Everclear, which was very strong. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the heck was in his moonshine though. But yeah, so shout out Ryan if you're listening. Yeah. Hopefully we can get him on at some point. Yeah. Okay, so I told you my favorite movies, 3 of them.
Okay, well, I mean, so right now I'm still in my Marvel phase. I would like to know where they're going with the story, so I'm actually rewatching them all. But if I had to go to movies all time, let's see. Shoot, I mean, there's too many movies, honestly, to name off.
I just Googled. So if you don't agree with this list, you can blame Google. I'm going to Google you some of the top in every category, popular top picks, comedies, adventure. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Speed round. I'm going to list them off. You say good or bad, or if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. Are you ready?
You can chime in if you disagree.
All right, I want to go fast. Ready? Dark Knight.
Love it.
Pan's Labyrinth.
I saw it once. Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption.
Love it.
Lord of the Rings.
All of them are great.
Those were all good ones. All right, ready? It's Lord of the Rings twice. Avengers.
Every single movie.
Indiana Jones.
Love them all. Minus no 4. I hate 4. Hated 4.
Shia LaBeouf? Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah. Where are they going with that one, man?
I didn't hate it.
I hear they're technically canceling it and they're filming one now.
They're doing a 5th one. They're doing a 5th, and it's going to have Harrison Ford in it.
It better. He's Indiana Jones.
All right, these are the top comedies of all time. This one's 2019, so I'm going to refuse to even say because I don't think so. Princess Bride.
It's a good movie.
Back to the Future.
Great movies, but nothing I would watch like on a day-to-day basis.
Pulp Fiction.
I wasn't actually. I mean, it's a good movie, but
I've never
overly hyped.
I've never seen the whole thing of Pulp Fiction.
I mean, it's a good movie, but I for some reason people just think it's like up there.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. When he's say that again, that was pretty funny. That's a pretty funny scene.
Samuel Jackson being Samuel Jackson.
Anything he does is funny. Star Wars. E.T.
Loved E.T. Yep.
Jurassic Park.
Love all of them. The new ones are great.
It sounds like we're agreeing with most of this. Oscar winning. You ready?
Go ahead.
Schindler's List.
Oh, dude, I cried. I watched that in middle school.
I know I'm going to cry, so I don't watch it.
Amazing movie.
Saving Private Ryan.
Great movie.
Definitely cried on that one. Definitely cried. Did you cry on that one?
Yeah. Mostly.
Win. The whole movie?
Vin Diesel dying, the sniper dying.
No, I get angry. I'm like, that's why you don't do that. Why do you get I don't get sad about that.
It's sad about how stupid that guy is.
Well, he was trying to save a little kid.
Exactly. I mean, in that scenario, I mean, I'd want to save a kid too.
That is all. That's true. Titanic?
I actually didn't cry. It was a good movie. But so that came out when I was in middle school. I remember seeing it with my friend, and I was so...
Well, I won't say what the date is, because that's when I was born.
Yeah,
so.
I was in middle school, and I saw it with a couple guys, and when the boobies came out, let's just say that was the first boobies I saw on TV.
The painting? Oh, no, you see hers.
Yeah, you see boobies.
All right, let's see here. Silence of the Lambs.
It scared me for a while.
Ooh, I don't like that kind of stuff. Oh, my God. I went to, I don't know. Oh, it's good. Do it again. Remember in The Office when he's wearing his mask?
Cut out the dummy.
There's this pizza chain out here in the West Coast. So I don't know if this is an East Coast or whatever other coasts there are.
North Coast?
Is there? No, that's Canada. I guess they have one. I guess Alaska.
I mean, you go north.
If you go north enough, you hit the water. I don't know. All right. It's called Straw Hat Pizza. You've heard of Straw Hat Pizza, right?
You guys actually... First time I ever
we
had
ordered
you
Straw Hat Pizza. Yeah. I know it's a chain. Because they have a whole bunch of them, but I don't know. I don't think it's as big as like Pizza Hut, Domino's, Round Table, Mountain Mike's. Although I think people have heard of all those, right?
I would put Round Table hit all those.
Round Table's the best pizza.
If they didn't cost like $100.
It's like $40 a piece, man. $40 a slice.
$100 a slice. It's crazy.
But it's good.
It is good.
I went to, it was my mom's birthday. We went to Straw Hat Pizza. And it was completely empty except for like us and this other guy, this other old guy all by himself, right? And so I was eating and I looked up and they're playing on the TV screens in there, on all the TV screens, because usually it's like sports. Yeah. You know, it's like a sports, you know.
Usually pizza, the sports, and
beer and all that stuff, right? Yeah. They're playing Hannibal.
Oh, the one with Edward Norton.
No.
Hannibal.
Yeah, well, it's Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. I think it's a sequel, right?
Yeah, it's him. Before
it's what's his name? He's Thor's dad. Gosh, what is his name?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. It's him. Yeah. Which one does Danny? No, Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta eats his brain. Eats his own brain.
That one is Hannibal because that one has the redhead actress. I can't remember her name.
So I was little.
I met that guy.
Ray Liotta?
Mm-hmm. Met him when I lived in L.A.
Really living a good life there, meeting Ray Liotta.
He looked like he did so much drugs.
Well, he's got plastic surgery.
Oh, he was right? He was like limping out of his Maserati. He just looked like crap.
Yeah, so I'm a kid, you know, and I look up and I see that, and I'm like, what is going on, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, Dad, can you tell them to change the channel? Because I'm trying to eat pizza, and there's this guy eating his own freaking brain. You know what I'm saying? Like this is messed up, right? Like that shouldn't be on food establishment. Exactly, right? So my dad, being a good dad, he goes up there and he's not Karen in it. He's not carrying it. He's not being a Karen. He was so nice. He's like, hey, we're the only ones in here. There's another guy, but that's inappropriate to be play. And they're like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. We'll totally change, right? They change it. Everything should be fine. Mm-hmm. The other guy is the one who put it on. So then he comes over to our table, and he's all angry. He's like, why did you change the channel?
You should just wave your hand and be like, hi.
and my dad's like, well, I got little kids, and you're watching one of the grossest movies in history, and we're trying to eat our food. Mm-hmm. And the guy said something else, got angry, and just like left. And I was like, my God, how rude is that? First of all, how are you eating watching that movie? If you guys have never seen the movie, it's pretty. I don't watch the whole thing; it's pretty gross. But
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's probably the most intense scene is him eating his brains. But you know, it just you know, there's those people that just have those nights by themselves when they watch horror movies in the dark, and that's not me.
That's not what he was doing. He was doing it in public at a family restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
There's those people out there.
Sick. That's disgusting. Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea, but you know. So
you've done because I kind of cut you off. Although I was telling the story first. In L.A., you just like myself, you were in a music video in L.A. too, right?
Yeah, this is true. A long time ago.
Would the people know who it is?
No, I doubt she made it. It was back when I was, you know, better looking and more attractive. And,
ideas just as good as
more talented. And
if you ever were, you are now.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, so I got asked, I auditioned to be a dancer for this music video. Her name was Ima Ian. If you're still out there struggling, you know, keep working.
Who?
Ima Ian was her name.
Well, she's probably watching because why wouldn't she be?
Exactly.
So, you know, he's giving you a little shout out
there. In that music video, I was wearing my Coogee bright orange polo. They asked for us to wear bright colors for the club scene, and they asked for break dancers. And me being 6 tall, and I was like, I can. And I'm like, okay. So got paid for that music video, but
you got paid?
Oh yeah.
I didn't get paid on mine.
Oh, you didn't?
No, but mine was pretty cool though.
Well, yeah, yours is actually someone who's a big deal.
I mean, they fed us El Pollo Loco. I don't want to brag.
Don't. Hey, there you go.
It's terrible. It's disgusting.
Well, they got the platter, so it's probably just all old and cold.
It's disgusting. I've as the first time I've ever eaten El Pollo Loco. It is the last time I've ever eaten El Pollo Loco.
I know a lot of your followers know, but just to let the new viewers for your show, who was it in the music video?
It was this artist at the time. His name is Machine Gun Kelly. You know, just my all-time idol. I have him tattooed on me. Well, I don't have him. I have the XX tattooed on me.
Yeah, top 40 best rappers, yep.
Number 1. Well, he's a rock star right now. He just dropped a whole rock album. Yeah, so it was Machine Gun Kelly, MGK, Travis Barker, Youngblood.
Okay.
Miley Cyrus's sister, Mod's son. Her name is Noah Cyrus.
Sure.
Sounds just like her. Mm-hmm. Looks in my opinion, looks way different. Mm. It looks like Miley Cyrus, but like she looks kind of Asian. Mm-hmm. And I think it was the makeup maybe. I didn't know it was a Cyrus at all.
It's probably just the mascara. Now mascara be throwing people's eyes off.
She was wearing. It was really really white, and then they sprayed the fire extinguisher, and it got all over them, and then they had to like panic because you can't inhale that, but they inhaled it, and then so bad. She had white all so it was I think that was all the big people
How was Travis Barker? I mean, we all know the plane.
Oh,
crash
Travis Barker was there too. Yeah,
the plane crash and
he
stuff
was
like
a
that.
zombie.
Yeah.
He did his thing.
I mean, he's seen some stuff.
He
man.
played
He's
his
been through some
drums.
stuff.
Everybody else was like cheering and
Party
doing fun
mode.
stuff. Yeah, like Youngblood. He hugged me because the only thing that like I'm upset about, because it was a lot of fun being there. It was all day. It was like 12 hours we filmed. The biggest thing where you would have seen me the most, they cut. And so the way they did it, they did a whole bunch of scenes, but one of them, we were on the railing of this old brick building, and he was supposed to play guitar, and as he's playing, he would run down the stairs of the thing, and he started...
Youngblood.
Youngblood, okay. Yeah. So he did Hope Degenerated Youth, Lemonade. You guys have heard of Youngblood. He sings a lot of
I know who he is. He's just not someone I play him.
The song is I Think I'm Okay. So if you ever heard I Think I'm Okay, or watched the music video, that's right. And so he runs out and plays his guitar, and I'm supposed to be standing right next to him. And it was really cool because the camera was right there. He's rocking out. I was right there, and every time, because they had to do that scene probably 12 times, and I think
handed the camera, I'm guessing.
No, I was doing my thing. I think the problem was why they had to cut it was him running down the stairs. It was hard to, I don't know. But every time he'd always hug me and talk to me, and it was really, really cool. And that dude, he was like crazy, you know, like this is fucking mental. And I'm like, all right, you know, because he's super British. He's from the UK, and so that was really cool. MGK, when I first got there. When we first got there, there's only 10 of us. At the end, there was like a couple hundred because they did like a concert type of thing. Yeah. But when we first got there was like 10 of us. And so he was talking to us. He's like, thanks for being here, you guys, all that stuff and everything. And then we were hanging out with him and all the girls. So it was like all girls and then like me and like another guy. And they all were hugging him. And then I was just standing there and I was like, oh, I'll give him a hug, right? Well, he was hugging the girls. Hugging the girls. And so I go up there and he just kind of puts his arm out. And so I hug him. And I only hugged him with one hand. I didn't know what to do. So then I just started like rubbing his tummy, like patting. And I'm like, oh my God, you look like such an idiot right now.
Did the homie grab and pull in, man?
No, I'm rubbing this 6'4" man's tummy like an idiot. He's probably thinking all kinds of weird stuff.
Weird, I bet you're like, yeah. Secretly, you felt embarrassed, but in the back of your head, like, hey, I got to rub his stomach.
I secretly was like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
Megan Fox gets to rub that stomach too. So
yeah, she does. I mean, this guy.
You were pre-Megan Fox.
He's huge right now. He's pretty big.
Just won a bunch of awards, I think.
I've been listening to him since high school. I would say, people, who are you listening to? I'm like, this is Machine Gun Kelly.
Do you know when I started listening to him?
When I told you about the story?
Well, actually, it was during. So I'm old school rap. Like Tupac was more than Biggie. Biggie for like kind of. He's more of a, to me as like club, but
yeah, they're both dead, right?
When him and Eminem.
They're not around.
Well, they're
anymore.
both kind of murdered, but yeah.
Yeah.
But when him and Eminem started beefing like that, I was like, oh, okay, rap and hip hop's coming back. Like beef is like the whole thing that started rap.
You're bringing up that Eminem, MGK.
I was so pumped.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. That was fun to watch. I think he held his own. I think he did good. So yeah, if you watch that video, you gotta look at. There's a couple times you see me. If you look at the stairs. I've got a red and black flannel. I've got black jeans. I got my long hair. I'm wearing a beanie. There's a couple times you see me. But what was really cool, the coolest thing about that, he posted a picture. Him and Youngblood each posted different pictures. Youngblood's, it was me and him. It was that scene I was talking about. He posted that. I'm like, this is cool. And then MGK posted the same
Social
picture.
media postings?
Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram, yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was pretty cool. We've had fun. We both had good times in LA.
Yeah, man.
I love the city of LA.
I love it and I hate it.
Well, you lived there. I've never actually lived there. Yeah. So
when you live a mile from work and it takes you an hour and a half to get there.
Oh, the traffic.
Yeah. Just. I mean, you get fed up, and there's an accident every day. Everyone's so angry.
Yeah. I've never lived there. I spent 3 weeks there. I was going to Disneyland every day. Mm-hmm. That was a trip actually. Yeah, I went there. So I actually found out I was going to be in the music video in Disneyland.
Okay.
And so they're like, but we need you to send this information right now. I'm like, oh gosh. So I had to find a table. I sent them my ID and all this other stuff. It was really funny. I was like, I was freaking out, panicking and excited. And they said, you can't talk about it. I'm like, oh man, I just want to tell everybody here, but I couldn't talk about it. And then the other thing too was when we were there, they didn't take away our phones, but they took this tape and taped around the camera. And so they're like, if we even think you've taken the tape off, we're kicking you out. And I was like, man, I don't want to. So I didn't get like a picture from my phone with him. And I wish I would have done that, but I would have kicked out if I would have done it. So
maybe when it was all over, like, and they wrapped the set. Yeah. Maybe you can ask. But.
Oh, well, at the end. So when they filmed, okay, so let's say it was 12 hours.
Yeah.
The first 10 of it, there's only 10 of us.
Yeah.
And then MGK went on his live and was like, hey, we're at this address in LA. If you want to, come down. And they basically did a music video. So if you watch the music video, that was the whole thing, was the last like hour. And they used almost none of the parts from the first like 10 and a half hours. So I was like, darn it, I was there the whole time. But it was cool. It was also cool to see how they shoot music videos.
Yeah.
Like they're not singing during the music video. They're lip syncing.
It's mouthing and moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that was cool.
Same in most concerts. They just save their voice. Unless they're making a track, they're kind of just lip syncing the entire time. I mean, let's not forget the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, no. I feel like every concert I've been to, I feel like they've been singing.
Well, if you go to like a legit singer, but most of them they're lip syncing.
Yeah. I've seen Fall Out Boy, Elton John twice, MGK twice. Shoot, is that it? Is that all I've seen? Oh, well, okay. Well, so I've been to like 5 or 6 concerts, but 2 of them were the same people. So
yeah, I used to do security for like.
You did do security. Yeah, you got to have some crazy stories about that.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember his name. He's over there from what is his name? God, this really big brother stepped on my hand when I was doing security on the center stage, and I remember punching him in the leg.
I thought you've.
God, what was his name? I have to look it up and text it to you.
Is he still doing stuff now?
Nah. I'd have to Google him, but I can't put his name together. But I did 50 Cent one time in G Unit.
Oh, Curtis Jackson! Look
E40,
at you.
Yeah.
E40 came to where we work.
E40.
Yeah,
Andre
he did a little concert.
Who else have I done? I did a lot of reggae bands. I did Still Pulse is a big deal. They made me do actually like private security with them. I got super contact high. Those guys smoke. Dang. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, a lot of them just play recordings, and from what I saw, and just like go entertain.
Well,
but they gotta say their voices and stuff like that because they do this. They go to the next day and do it. So can't always be singing all the time.
Well, if you heard that, it's not a bomb. Just my GoPro died, so not a bomb. Not a bomb. We're safe. So yeah. Do you remember when we were at work and we almost had to get into a fight?
Which time?
Which time? We only got in a fight one time. Oh, well, we had to.
There was a time so I'm a very routine person. So at that time I was working morning shifts, so I was asleep by 9 a.m. and you called me at 10.
Yeah, no,
woke me
9
up.
p.m.
9 p.m. 9 p.m. You're right. Sorry, the drinks are a little stronger today.
Should we say the story or cliffhanger it?
I think we should start for the next time. Actually,
I think we should cliffhanger it. We almost got into a fight. It was very intense.
Yeah,
the police were called.
And I was very upset because they had to wake me up.
It was crazy. It was very crazy. Yeah, I think we'll end it there.
I think I brought my dog.
You did bring your dog. Yeah, so we walked up with a...
Which is no help if you listen to the first podcast.
Yeah, he got the pit bull, took a gangster knee. Yeah. It was like, that was fun. So yes, that was another fun episode of the Sterling Austin Show. We appreciate you guys always watching, always listening. Love the comments, comment, Also, I know I'm right, but just to humor Garrett, in the comments, who would win? Who would win? The Mountain, which I don't know, his real name is like Thor or something, but it's the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
You don't even know his name, so obviously.
Or Bruce Lee from 1960s action movies. So comment below. We all know I'm right, but let's just have you guys prove to Garrett why he's wrong. So, I mean, you've said before where they can find you. If for some reason this is the first time ever listening, where could the viewers find you at?
If you really want to try and get a hold of me, get to know me better, you can always reach me on my Instagram. That's probably what I float on mostly. Once again, it's Gmayne08, GMAYNE08. One of my aliases from when I was young. I just never changed it. Like an old email.
Very clever, very clever. For me, obviously here at the Sterling Austin Show on YouTube, make sure you watch. Make sure you subscribe and like and share with all your your friends. Instagram, I have 2, guy with a hair tie and coffee mugs and tattoos. The coffee mugs and tattoos is my Etsy. So if you go on Etsy, it's coffee mugs and tattoos. I make a lot of fun tumblers, shirts, and stuff. I don't know if you guys been seeing. I've been drinking out of this coffee mug. I made it. It says "Coffee is the way" on the back of it. It's the little baby Yoda. So that's what I do.
Grogu.
I refuse to call him Grogu. He's baby Yoda, and we all know that. And thank you all for watching. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on again, Garrett.
Appreciate it, man.
Maybe we'll have you again.